All right. I think the stream has started. I think it started. I wasn't here yesterday, as y'all know. But I'm back today, brother. I'm back today. Oh yeah, it looked good. All right. Fingers crossed. No crashes to desktop. Lord Almighty, we better not have any motherfucking crashes to the desktop. I'm gonna be mighty pissed. I might be picking up an Xbox Series X here because I'm doing. When I first got the Series S, I did a lot of research into it. Well, first of all, welcome. First of all, welcome back, all my fine aviation enthusiast friends. Welcome back to the Airplane Show. My name is Greg. Welcome to the All About Aviation channel. Now, when I first got the Series S, I did a lot of research actually. I don't know how many hours, but it was a lot. And a lot of what I saw, there was no issues with the Series S performance wise compared to the X for Xbox. They were like identical. The GPU difference didn't matter. Like none of the gear and upgrades in the Series X really had any advantage. Even the frame rate seemed to be better over the Series S. So I got the Series S, and for a few months it was great until like the last patch that came out. And the last patch that came out, man, oh man, it's just been bad. It's bad. It real bad. So I might be trading in this Series S and getting a Series X, maybe. Part of me wants to do it. A big part of me does not want to do it because there's supposedly a new Xbox on the horizon, and there's a new Microsoft Flight Simulator coming out later this year, which we still don't have a date for. So, as much as I really want to get that Series X so I can try to eliminate a lot of the crashes with the screens that I've been having and all that, a big part of me just has two middle fingers up to Xbox, and I ain't gonna buy a new one until the new simulator comes out and possibly the new uh, Xbox comes out. I mean, I'm kind of okay flying the planes without like traffic, without photogrammetry, without some of the things. If it's only a couple of planes, you know what I mean. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I found out why my last flight, the last three flights, one, two, three, the last three flights, the screens crashed. So I need to have photogrammetry off, multiplayer, live weather, live time, all traffic, and not fly the airplanes in a densely populated area. So, like, no major cities, no tourist, hotspots. So, in order to try this, we're gonna fly this here Cirrus VisionJet G2. I flew it earlier from Lubbock, Texas to Roswell, New Mexico, and there was no problems with the screens. They stayed on the whole time, and if it stayed on this plane, I'm very confident that the rest of the screens will stay on because this one has like the biggest issues out of all the planes that I have. Sure, let's get this party started. We're not in Lubbock, by the way. I wanted to have a little bit of a longer flight and one with an instrument departure. Sure. Hopefully everybody's good out there in YouTube land. Let's make it a little darker out so we can like take off while the sun is arising. We don't really need too many lights anyways. This airplane's very easy to turn on. It's just a few switches. So we have these grouping of switches right here. Battery 1, 2, Gen 1, 2, strobe lights, landing lights, ice lights, master oxygen, fresh air, bleed, and probe heat, and then anti-ice and stuff on. And then over here we have lighting dial for the instrument panel, and then a roller to operate with the checklist. So hopefully these screens will stay on here. Let's turn on the batteries and the 2 generators. Let's turn on the strobe lights, master oxygen, and then when we click fresh air, we're going to hear, oh, we just heard it. It went psh. And let's go ahead and fire up this engine. This engine's pretty easy. Just click on this dial and then click on this button. All right, so we got that's done, that's done, that's done, that's done, that's done, that's done, that's done. All right, strobe lights on. I don't even, we really don't even need to go. If you want to use this checklist, go right ahead. We don't really need this checklist, to be honest. Yo, what's up, Grease? What's cracking, Leighton? Yeah, we don't really need this checklist because, I mean, we're pretty much done setting up the airplane. All we got to do now is just bring in our flight plan and take off. So if you want to use this checklist, certainly go right ahead. If you want to interact with the checklist, you can use this dial here, and you can scroll up, scroll down, and push enter. So I'm going to do better things with my time than use that damn checklist. So I would like to bring in the flight plan. So I'm going to click on Sim Brief. It worked earlier today. Why is it not working now? Yeah, sorry to hear that, man. Sometimes internet just sucks. All right, let me go ahead and scan this QR code because it would. I don't know. Earlier, oh, you know why? There was a new update that came out. That's right. Damn it. Sorry, there was an update that came out while I was working today. So you got to move to America and get that good internet. we're hogging all the good internet here. If you didn't know. What am I doing here? Oh yeah, Navigraph. Let me pause this real quick while I bring up Navigraph on my phone. Oh man, I've been there before. I'm not laughing at you directly. I'm just laughing at. It wasn't too long ago when I was getting 0.3 megabytes per second download speed too, man. Yeah, I know where you're coming from, my dude. That's hard to stomach, man, especially in the year 2024. All right, let's see here. What am I doing? Oh yeah, Navigraph. All right, Navigraph/code. Let me enter this here code in. After I logs in. I don't know, man. Afghanistan might have better speeds than that. I'm just saying they might. You're getting speeds like in the middle of like Antarctica. You know what I mean? Like if you're on a mountaintop in Chile or the middle of India or maybe Afghanistan. I don't know. I'm not sure what speeds they got in Afghanistan, but being that Al Qaeda's there, they might have pretty good internets there. All right, THG. All right, verify. All right, return to your application and try again. Let's try again. Let's try again. All right, let's go home and let's click hook to utilities. and then we'll go back to SimBrief. What the hell, man? How come it's not letting me into my account here? Navigraph code. What the fuck is going on? I wonder if I need to log out and log back in. Yeah, return to your application and try again. Let me restart this up. Yeah, it seems like it does. It seems like the internet's pretty bad in Greece. That sucks, man. I wonder if it's like all the internet there, or if it's just like Wi-Fi. Is it like all internet, or is it just like Wi-Fi? All right, let's turn this back on again. Strobe light, master oxygen, fresh air. Turn this on and start up the engine. Yeah, that sucks, man. Hopefully there'll be another. Well, hopefully maybe you'll move. You know, I don't know where you're at in your life, but either that or if you're not moving, hopefully they'll get another provider in there that can, you know, get some good Wi-Fi in there. I might have to change the title to Ctd'S to why is this shit not working? Alright, SimBrief. Let's try linking this account again. It was just working earlier today. I don't know why it's not working. Alright, let me go Navigraph. I just want to stream to start off without any fucked up problems. You know what I mean? Like, is that too much to ask for? Is it too much to ask for a stream to start off without a problem that's how about something that's in my control? You know what I mean? Like, why do I always have these issues that are fucked up that are out of my control? The fuck, man? Oh, please enter the code we have sent. Oh, they want me to verify my internet account. Motherfucker. Hang on a second. Let me get on the actual online real quick. I might have read the wrong thing. I might be going off for no reason. Hang on, I'm logging in now. I'm logging in now. I might have been doing the wrong thing. All right, let me go to my mailbox. All right, Outlook. Let's put in the code that they emailed me. And then I can put in that code, and then we should be fine. Then I may have to restart everything up again, but at least it'll be working. Come on, email. Yeah, bitch. Let's go. All right, let's see here. Z. Z. E. X. Mir. All right, verify. All right, enter the verification code link to your Okay, link your Okay, here we go. This should work now. MA48 E22K. There we go. All right, let's reset this. Let's reset this bitch now, and then I can go back and we should be good now. All right, continue. Let's get out of my email and go back to the screens. Yeah, that's crazy that that your internet's that like that, man. Especially if you're living in like the third largest city. That's pretty wild, my dude. All right, let's put this on again. So battery, gen, strobe lights, master oxygen, bleed. Let's get the engine started so we don't burn up our battery. Let's turn this on and push this button in. That's pretty much all you gotta do to start up this airplane. We do have to adjust the trim and a couple little things here and there, but all right, let's go ahead and flip flop. So these screens here, right? Any of these three screens down here will operate these screens. But if you're in split screen mode, the one with the purple line up at the top is the one that the screen's gonna connect to, right? Yeah, I might try that next time. I mean, I've been to Princess Juliana plenty of times. But yeah, maybe the next flight I'll do that with the Vision Jet. I know this should work, so I'll do that. Maybe that'll be the next flight. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. But yeah, we can go. We can go to Princess Juliana. We can either take off or land from it tomorrow. So when whatever the purple line is, like on the top of the screen, is what is going to be controlled by either one of these screens here, right? If you want to go to the second half of this screen, just get on the fat part of this dial and scroll over, and now you can see the purple line is up top there. Yo, no, it's third party, man. It's from Flight FX, and I hate them as a company. I've lit them up quite a few times on Discord when I first got the plane because they didn't say how shitty of a job the screens are when you bought the airplane. Like when I bought the airplane, it didn't say anything about like having to turn off multiplayer, having to turn off photogrammetry, having to only go to airports where it's not been um, messed around with by Microsoft, like Princess Juliana. Uh, I can't turn on AI. I can't turn on any traffic, live weather. I have to leave the map on 5 miles or less, and I have to fly the airplane where it's like an unpopulated part of the country, like no like major cities. So it's a bunch of horse shit. If they would have said that up front, I wouldn't have bought the plane. All right, let's import this over. Let's make this full screen. And all right, so we have our departure. Let's put our approach in. All right, now we're not doing vectors. We are doing Ipnook. And I want to say this is going to be 100. I'll have to take a look at that here in a second. Let me load this and then I can go ahead and check. Let's split the screen and let's go to charts. And let's go to KROW. Let's go to approach and ILS. It's 200. All right, very good. Now let's change that. All right, let's go back and go full screen again. Let's click on map. All right, and let me go back to procedures and put in 200. Now I don't think I can bring up Yeah, I can't bring up the shit. Well, as good as this plane is, I still can't bring up the official flight plan. Oh well. Yeah, that's cool, man. More stuff Builds can do, the better. Just flights, Builds, PMDG. Those are like my three like those are the three that I'm definitely comfortable with. Just flights, Builds, um, and PMDG. What am I looking up here? Navigraph. I probably shouldn't be doing this on my computer, actually. You know what? Yeah, let me. It'll be all right. I gotta find out what the cruising altitude is. Oh, it wants me to sign in. Fuck that. Let me do this on my tablet. I'm pretty sure I'm okay at. I think 30,000 is where the flight plan wanted me to cruise up to. Let me see here. Yeah, Flight FX. I would have never bought this damn plane if they would have said you can't. You got to do all these parameters. Same thing with the plane I flew last night too. A couple nights ago. Yeah, you know what? I thought that might happen with the A330 because that's how the A330 is right now. The A330 is just static, like just like the 320 and the 747. Like almost nothing is, you know, I don't know. Maybe somebody will come out with a better version of it at some point. Why are you not letting me in tonight? What the fuck is going on? There's an error determining which application you're trying to. Yeah, bitch. How about I'm trying to sign into the fucking charts? How about that? There we go. Man, y'all are trying to make me have like a heart attack after it. You know, everything been going pretty good. Work. Oh yeah. Damn it, motherfucker. Let me show you this. I forgot about this. Damn. I'm like a kid in a candy store right now. I forgot about this. Let me yeah. Let me get this working on my laptop so I can show you this. I forgot that this plane does this shit. This shit is so cool. Hang on a second. I'm like all over the place tonight. Give me a second. I feel like I've done a full flight already and I haven't even like taken off yet. All right. Navigraph charts. Sign in. Over here. Yeah, it's got this airplane has the telemetry feature. That's right. I forgot about that. Let me show you this shit. Let me I'm getting it set up right now. Yeah, I forgot about that. Actually, I'll show you when we get up in the air. But for now, let me find out what our cruising altitude is. I think it's 30,000 feet. All right, world map, OFP. Yeah, they got 31,000 in there, but I'm just going to do 30,000 because 31,000 is like the cap for this airplane. I don't want to go up to the cap. So we'll go ahead. Well, we'll see what they do. But I mean, if PMDG gets behind some of these airplanes and just flights, that's just as good as Builds and Microsoft, in my opinion. So, all right. So we gonna do. Let's contact the ATC real quick and get our takeoff clearance.
Kilo Sierra Alpha Delta traffic Yo Mike Alpha is taxiing to runway 26.
What the I don't want that. I want 12, dude. Let's do 12.
Kilo Sierra Alpha Delta traffic
Thank
Yo
you.
Mike Alpha is taxiing to runway 12.
All right, let's run through our pregame. Let's pregame it a little bit. Let's go to utilities. Let's do initialization. Let's go to systems. Let's do our pre-flight test.
Higher, 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 higher. Stall.
Yeah, it'd be nice if they had like, I mean, and a lot of the things to make it the simulator more realistic, you can control with the settings. It'd be nice if they just made like everything like super difficult for the airplanes, and then if you don't want it so difficult, just put it like on easy mode, and then you don't have to interact with so many buttons, or you know what I mean. But like they should like fine tune that a little bit, I think. I don't know. It'd be, well, you know, if they want to license their airplanes and shit like that to Microsoft, and then have Microsoft stamp everything and then have it come out, that's fine. You know, I don't really care who makes the airplanes and deliveries and shit, as long as they don't break the game. I just know in my experience, like those three are like the only ones that haven't broken my experience so far. All right, let's sync this with the forward operating base. We click back. Let's do weight and balance. Operating weight, payload. Let's put in, I guess we'll put in like 250 kilograms for cargo. That might be a little too heavy, we'll see. 0 fuel weight, 22 aircraft weight. Yeah, that's a little heavy. Let's go back to like 150. There we go. All right, that's good. All right, and we have flight plan is good. All right, let's go home. Let's go to performance. Let's do speed bugs. Let's turn all them on. All right, aircraft systems, status. All right, status is okay. Engine and fuel, that's okay. Electrical power, that's good. Environment and pressure, that's good. Let's put this on auto. Put this temperature up just a little bit. All right, ice protection's not on right now. Landing gear is down. System tests are done. All right, very good. Let's, are we gonna have, where is number 12 at? Is that right behind us? Let me bring up the charts real quick. All right, charts. Let's go. All right, KSAD. All right, info. All right, there's number 12. All right, let me go to flight plan. Let's plug in flight level 29,000. Let's click enter. All right, that's good. Let's turn the probes on. Let's put our landing lights on. Well, we'll put our landing lights on in a little bit. Let's turn on the probes. Let's make our trim in green here. So we got to put this in green. So let's move our trim up. All right, that's good. All that's good. Let's adjust our altitude so we can go up to, well, actually, let's look at our departure real quick. See if we have any constraints with our departure. 11,000 SSO. Nope, no constraints. No altitude constraints, at least. So we can set our altitude for 29,000. Then we can take off. Yeah, I hear you, my dude. You know, the one, well, PMDG does have like 4 different 737s out right now, 4 or 5, plus the DC-6, plus they have a 777 coming out. But you know, if we're gonna have a you know, I'd either like it where the marketplace is just Microsoft, and Microsoft has all these developers making shit for them, and then Microsoft stamps off on it, signs off on it, saying it meets our approval, we're good to go, we bless it. Or they just don't have their hand in anything, and then it's like the wild, wild west, which is kind of like what it is now. So, I mean, if Microsoft is going to do some shit, I'd rather them sign off on it completely, and everything flows through them. All right, let's turn on our flight directors. I do want to make the time a little earlier because I want to take off when it's a little dark outside. So let's come down here. Let's just turn the lights down a little bit. Let's set the mood a little bit. All right. Get my Barry White voice. All right, let's see here. Let's this there and all right, very good. Let's release the parking brake. Now, I didn't try the flight from here earlier today. I flew from Lubbock, Texas to Roswell, and everything was fine. I'm hoping that's still going to be the case. I don't think Safford, Arizona is a bigger area than Roswell, but I could be wrong. All right. Oh, I don't need the chart out. It does have the lines. Okay. This drop in frame rate is making me a little nervous, though. That I'm not gonna lie about. That does have me a little nervous. You see how the plane just like stops all of a sudden? Like, that's crazy. I guess I'm on 12 already. Yeah, a little screwed up how we got on 12, but let's go to the end of it. I guess that's what I get for fooling around with screens while. And this frame rate is really only at airports. Like I don't get it. I mean, does the Series S have that much of an issue? Like, I wonder if the Series X has the same issue. Oh, I agree with you about third-party developers. That's why I only use like those 2 or 3. Yeah, I mean, I've had very good luck with, I did a lot of research on PMDG, and they get everything they have gets mid to upper 4s, which is excellent. Nah. Yeah, but, that kind of, at least for me, a vanilla sim kind of gets old after a while. I like when new stuff gets released or enhancements, but, I either want there to be stricter protocol from Microsoft on these developers, or I want the developers to have to put everything through Microsoft, so Microsoft needs to stamp off on it first. Oh, this is 26. This isn't 12. All right. Well, I guess we're taking off from 26. All right. Let's set the parking brake. All right. I guess we're going to take off from 26 then. Right. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm not taking off on 8. Oh my god, this is driving me nuts, man. What's the point of having on enforced flight plan if you can't enforce the fucking flight plan? What the fuck? Alright, I know we're supposed to take off on 12, but they'll get over it. Alright, let's release the parking brake. And let's go take off. I gotcha. We can agree to we agree on almost everything, but we can agree to disagree on the rest of the stuff. Because I'm okay with some of those third-party companies, just because I have a pretty good experience with them so far. All right, let's get up in the air. Put up our landing gear. All right, let's go ahead and make this turn. I am going to be activating automatic thrusters and all that here momentarily. I just want to get lined up a little more. And I need to engage the autopilot first before I put on the automatic thrusters and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm okay with Just Flights, Builds, and PMDG. You know, they seem to have a really good. Their developing team seems to do like a good amount of checking and testing and all that kind of stuff. So, all right, let's put our autopilot on. Let's go ahead and click on auto throttle and click on flight level control. Let's go into climb mode. Surprised navigation hasn't picked up yet, but that's okay. We can do heading mode. Let's switch into heading mode. Oh, I see why it hasn't picked up yet. Okay. All right, there we go. Charts. All right, let's make our turn here. I don't think there's going to ever be a combination between Just Flights and PMDG because Just Flights, the only thing Just Flights has made so far is airplanes. And PMDG, the only thing they've made is airplanes as well. However, the liveries that PMDG has made are only available for PMDG. Like, PMDG is not making stuff for Just Flights or Builds or Flight Effects. PMDG is just doing stuff for PMDG. Just Flights is doing stuff for Just Flights. Like, I'm okay with those guys if they just stay making stuff for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 pilots and 4 simmers and shit like that. Like, they make stuff for everybody. That I have a problem with. That kind of stuff I think Microsoft should police better. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna make stuff for all these different people, then Microsoft needs to make sure it works for all these different people. You You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, I don't see why that would run an issue. It's not like you're not running both airplanes. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it'll cause a problem or not. I've never had an issue. I don't know. I try not to think of like all these different what if combinations. That'll drive me nuts. If I run into an issue, I can always put it up on the forums and see if there's a fix for it. But you know, I just know I've had a very enjoyable experience with those three developers. I don't know about traffic if other people are using other airplanes that are made by other. Most of the time, when I see traffic, I just see it on the radar. I don't even see it like flying around. And right now with my system, I can't even really have traffic on with a lot of the airplanes that I fly because the screens won't stay on. A lot of vanilla screens won't stay on. I mean, I have like two or three airplanes that are made by third parties that have problems, but the rest of the airplanes that I have with vanilla airplanes have problems with the screens too. I think it's a Series S problem, not a Series X problem. I don't know, my dude. I haven't tried it. I don't know. You can try it. We can try it one day. We can all kind of get together and try it out. I'll use like a Just Flight plane. You can use a vanilla plane, and somebody else can use a different plane, and we'll see if we can see each other. I don't know. I've never tried it, so I don't know how it'll work. Alright, we got auto throttle on. FMS speed reference. Let's turn our bearing indicator on GPS. That way we can sit outside the airplane. Let's activate VNAV as well. And we'll stay on here, I guess, for a minute. I wonder if this zooms in on the map. Nope. Or maybe this one does. Yep. Cool. I don't know, man. I don't know if it would work like that. I don't think the server would crash because people are flying different things next to each other. I mean, I think they thought that through. I mean, the only issues I've experienced personally is, these screens. And just to mind you, I never had an issue with anything until the last patch from Microsoft. If I was able to go back in time to the previous patch that happened before Thanksgiving, I would never have had an issue with anything. Up until that point, I had no issues with screens, scenery, frame rate, nothing. 0.0 issues. As soon as I did that quote-unquote update, that's when everything started going sideways for me. I think it's because I have a Series S. I just don't think it's powerful enough to run everything all together. I think if I had an X, Series X, I don't think I'd have as many issues. But up until that point, I had no problems with third party, first party, vanilla, chocolate, whatever flavor you want to call it. I was good. Alright, let's activate standard pressure. And I think Microsoft would have fixed those kind of issues, knowing that multiplayer is as big as it is. I think they would have fixed, people having different developing teams, airplanes and shit. I think they would have fixed that a long time ago, but I don't know. I don't think you need to own the plane to see it, but I might be wrong. I don't know. Like I said, I've never tried it. I want them to fix what I'm experiencing as a problem first before before I start like trying to figure out like other issues. Like if I'm experiencing these issues and I'm not playing online, I have to imagine I'd have all those issues online as well because I'm now using more data and more memory and all that to fly. So I mean, like if I can't even if I can just be by myself and I have all these issues, I gotta imagine I'm gonna have all those issues in multiplayer too. I don't know. I mean, we can set up a time and like, you know, try to do all this and figure it out like in the next, week or two. Or I don't even really, to be honest, I'm not even that really worried about it right now with this one because the new one's coming out soon. That's the one I'm really gonna have all these questions and issues and all that. Like that one, they better get right. Yeah, I don't know. I can lie to you and tell you that they would all perform excellent, and I can lie to you and tell you they're all going to perform like complete crap. I don't know how they would perform. I just know that if certain things perform the way that they perform for me, then everybody's in trouble. But I really think it's a Series S issue that I'm having at least. I think if I had a Series X, I wouldn't be having these because it seems like a lot of the screen issues that go on with these planes is because of memory and available memory to run all the different graphics and rendering things and all. I really, from what I can read, that's what it seems like the problem is. So I don't know, my dude. I can just go. I can only go by what I've experienced so far. All right, let's go full screen. Flight plan. Yeah, I hear you. I usually fly with those on too, but with this plane I can't do it. Per the developer. Like the developer has a 2-page PDF on their website for this plane. You get access to it after you buy it. And it says you will have performance issues on the Series S if you do not do this. And it's a laundry list of shit. So it's like I can't do multiplayer and live weather and stuff in this airplane. I have to leave like anything off that can drain memory. I have to leave the map on 5 miles or less, and then everything else that I said in the beginning. So what I said in the very beginning when I first got on, I'm really on the fence about getting a Series X. Trading this one in and getting a Series X because it really won't be that much money to get a Series X and trade this one in. However, I don't know if I really want to do anything until the new simulator is launched and I get confirmation about a new Xbox because there's a lot of rumors out there that there's a new Xbox launching this year. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, if you rolled up next to me right now, and if I turned on multiplayer and you rolled up next to me right now, yeah, I think like a puff of smoke would come out of the Xbox and it would just shut off. Be, and that would be it. Then I gotta replace it under warranty. Yeah, I'd be screwed. So I really want to get a Series X, and you know what? I should have just bought that to begin with, but I saw so many things, so many articles and stuff online about the Series S that were great, for this simulator. The frame rate was better, like all these things were better, and everything was great until that last patch. And once that patch came out, that's when the whole world changed. That's when everything changed with but I've read that there's a new Xbox coming out this year. So I'm like thinking to myself, it's really not even worth buying a new Xbox if there's a new one. Right, exactly. The X is already a few years old. So what's the point of buying that right now? Even if I can get a good price on it when there's a new one coming out later this year and a new Microsoft simulator coming out. Like, what's the? Yeah, I don't want to download and buy a new simulator on old hardware. You know what I mean? If that 2024 is coming out later this year, and there's a new Xbox coming out, I'd rather just get both like at the same time. Even though I'm sure the Series X will be fine, but you know, I'm okay with like some of these things, you know, memory-wise, as long as it's only certain planes, which it seems to be. It's only like 2 or 3 planes that really have a lot of issues. You know, this plane, the TBM 930, and that Piper Meridian. Those seem to be like, oh, and the PC-12 actually. But everything else seems to be pretty much okay with it, whatever you want to do with it. You know, whatever airports and settings and all that. So, yep, I agree. Yeah, I don't want to be flying a new simulator on old technology. Now, if they're going to make everything cloud-based, that's a different story. You know what I'm saying? Like the weird thing is, I can get on my iPad right now, or on my $50 tablet from Best Buy, and play this simulator with this airplane with no issues at all. But I get on the Xbox and do it, and I stream it from the cloud or downloaded version like I'm playing now, and I got issues. But if I stream this shit on my like if I just play it from the cloud itself on my tablet or on my iPad, I got no issues at all. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, I don't know. I still don't think I'm really gonna trust third parties, but I'll be more apt to giving them a second look. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I got 53 minutes in this bitch. Damn. Stuck with Lubbock, Texas. This is a pretty dope little airplane, though. I like this thing. Looks like you can fit it in your pocket. Yeah, if they fix I'm sure the new simulator when it comes out, I'm sure that they're not going to launch it with issues. I mean, developers don't do that nowadays. Developers nowadays, they always make sure that everything is like top notch, no problems when it gets launched. I'm sure it'll be perfectly fine. I'm sure it'll be perfectly fine when it launches. Yep. Oh yeah, this time is really coming down now that our speed's increasing. That works. Not that I'm in a rush to go anywhere, but you know, I'm not feeling great tonight. I'm low on my medicine that I take, and when I don't take it, I feel like I kind of have the flu. It's been a long day at work. I mean, I can go down the laundry list. How much do you want me to bitch? How much do you want me to bitch and complain? I'm old, I'm fat, I'm tired, I haven't eaten dinner yet. I feel like I got the flu coming on because I'm out of my medicine until tomorrow morning. No, I have a little bit of my medicine left until tomorrow. I'll be up. We got about 40 minutes. Yeah, I don't think we're getting up to max speed tonight, buddy. We'll see. I don't think we're getting up that close. Alright, we got the destination elevation in there. Now we should already have, like, the frequencies and shit, they should already be, like, programmed in automatically. Let me take a look. Alright, navcom, let's go to audio. Yeah, 109.9 is the frequency, because I flew there to say, oh yeah, that's right, let me pause this menu. I forgot I was going to show you all some shit. Hang on a second. I completely forgot I was going to do this. Bear with me a second. Yeah! This shit is cool! Oh my god, look at this. I wish every plane did this. You're up so I can switch images, you know, like what it's captured. Hang on a second. I'm using a capture card tonight, but I got to switch it to my desktop so y'all can see this. All right, let's see here. Come on, OBS. Can you just work? Can you just work for daddy? There we go. Transition. Make sure I'm still screaming. Yeah. Well, Greece, you might be out of luck. So, you know, with your internet quality. But all right, so there's this telemetry feature that's now available on Navigraph, and the only plane I can fly it on is the Cirrus Vision Jet. But look at this shit. It's got, hang on. Let me get rid of the pin board down there too. Look, it's got our airspeed, our indicated altitude, our vertical speed, our magnetic heading. It's got, this shit is so cool. Like, I wish that this is available in every plane. But the only plane that it's available on right now, look, it has the pressurization altitude, the true airspeed, descent to destination. I mean, it's so cool. It's got all that stuff. But, all right, let me put it back on regular mode here for y'all. But, this is the only airplane, this Cirrus Vision Jet's the only airplane I've ever seen so far that not only has SimBrief available, but also has it with this. Like, I have other airplanes that I own where I can get up, you know, I can pull up charts or link it to SimBrief and do all that shit, but none of them do this telemetry feature. None of them. And I think that shit is awesome. And if this plane can do it from, you know, if this plane can do it, I'm sure other planes can do it as well. All right, let me go into heading mode real quick. Let's sync up our heading. Let's go into heading mode. Let me switch our navigation source. I want to make sure we have the correct course plugged in. Alright, yeah, so our course should be 215 tonight. So let's change that. Now I don't know if this plane will do it. I don't think this plane might do it actually, where you can be in, like, your nav source can be FMS, and then it'll switch to, like, localizer 1 automatically when you capture the localizer and have a glide scope present. I think it'll do it. Next time it happens, I need to write down the airplane that'll do it, because there was an airplane recently that I did it in where. All right, so we're at 215 there. Hang on a second. Let me just flip this over to 215 also, and then I'll finish explaining what I'm getting at here. Hang on. True 15. No, 115. No, 115. All right, FMS, and let's go back into nav mode. All right, so I forget what plane it was recently that I was in, but when I was coming in for a landing, I pushed approach. It armed the localizer and the glide scope. I was in this mode, FMS, like GPS mode, and when it captured the localizer, it flipped from this mode to localizer mode, like you need to do in order to do one of those landings. It might have been this plane, and the reason I say that is because I remember this plane particularly. When you're coming in for a landing, like you'll see in a little while, and you have a localizer, it will actually show you the, like, in a dotted line format, it'll show you where you're at in ratio to that localizer. Like it has this pink, like magenta line here. It'll actually be like a white, like dotted line that'll show up for the localizer. It's pretty cool. So what I want to, let's do this. Let's put this on FMS, and we'll put you on nav1. We got 33 minutes until our descent. All right, very good. And we actually did get up to speed. That's surprising. I didn't think we were going to do that. No, on 15. The longitude doesn't have that particular feature, to my knowledge. Like, I can connect it to SimBrief, and I think I can bring up charts, if I remember. I don't know if I can bring up charts or not. But no, the only plane that I've been able to do that telemetry feature on is this plane here. That much I do know. But the longitude, I'm not sure when you were asking about the longitude part, to be honest. I'm trying to see if it fits in both answers. But the longitude might have been the plane that flipped from GPS to localizer automatically. I think that might be the plane that did it. Because I know it was a plane I've done recently. I know it wasn't this plane. But I only fly this plane every once in a while. Whenever I find a place I can fly it without the screens going off. Yeah, it might have been the longitude that flipped it, or the CGA4. One of those two, I think, were the ones that did it. Yep. Yes, sir. Oh man, Luna landing. I almost took off from there earlier. I spent about a half an hour after I got off of work looking at different airports around the Southwest America over to like Mississippi, over towards Louisiana, that had that was not in a major city like Dallas or Houston, Albuquerque, but had a departure, a standard instrument departure, but also wasn't too far away. Oh yeah, I know what the longitude is. I just, when I saw that your message, I wasn't looking at the screen for a while. I was in Navigraph, like looking at some shit. So I wasn't looking at the chat. And then when I got back on, I was like, well shit, what's that longitude part he's talking about? What's he talking about? Was he talking about this or that? So, yeah, man, I love flying a longitude. That's one of my favorite planes in this simulator to fly, man. I love that plane. It's got such a cool look to it. Yeah, that thing gets up to about 45,000 feet. I tried doing the what the hell is that plane called from Top Gun? Um, the black plane, the one that goes like Mach 10. Anyways, whatever that thing was, I tried doing that flight, man. That's like the stupidest flight I've ever tried to fly. That that test flight that it has, where you got to like get up to Mach 3 and then flip over and then flip over again. Yeah, you can't go into the cabin on that plane. Nah. Yeah, but yeah, man, I've done that flight a few times now, man, and like I turned the objectives on and I get up to the top. I get up to like Mach 9, and then I'm at 120,000 feet. But then I never see like where I'm supposed to start descending to get down to Cape Canaveral. So I don't know. I usually just wind up going up as high as I can and seeing if I can like, you know, burn up the airplane by getting 150,000 feet in the air. By that time, I usually lose interest in the flight and I just turn it off. Yeah, the darkness plane. That's right. Dark Star, I think, is what it's called. All right, let's speed things up just a little bit. Yep, Dark Star. Yeah, I mean, I think the overall like idea for that flight is okay. It's just the like some of the things behind it are really stupid. Like especially the part where you have to descend to get down to Cape Canaveral. Like I know I was nowhere close. Like I was too far along to be able to descend. But like I tried it again and I did everything pretty good. But still, like it still doesn't tell you when to descend, or at least it wasn't telling me when to descend. What the fuck is going on? Who's calling? Of course. I'll be back. I gotta mute myself. All right, I'm back. I'm back. No. It's about a intermittent up on your skin like a center of attention. Backward a winner. I'm in a resting since wrestling. Infesting in your kids' ears and nesting. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty easy plane, I think, to be able to troll your friends. That's for sure. Yeah, because you can go from like Europe to Asia, and like couple of seconds. Just need to get up to like Mach 10. Oh, I didn't mean to take a screenshot. I do that shit all the time. I have so many screenshots that I didn't mean to take that I need to erase. Yep, I know exactly what you mean. Some days I want to fly something really fast. Some days where I just like to have one little engine. Alright, let me see what altitude we are getting down to. I think it's 5,000 feet. Yeah, 5,600. Alright, so let's plug that in. Yep, some days I want to go really fast. Some days I just want to take my time. I usually get the Need for Speed part out. I'll usually go to like that Top Gun DLC and just fly one of like the F-18 Hornet. I'll just fly it like really do one of the challenges where I fly it really low to the ground. Gliders are fun, man. Helicopters are okay. I wish that they had a military helicopter available. I know they just released one. I forget what kind of helicopter that was, but like I know like Aerofly has an Apache that they released. No, not an Apache. A Black Hawk. That plane, that helicopter's a lot of fun. I wish they came out with something like that, like vanilla for this. I do like the hand gliders too, man. Those things are hella fun to fly too. I don't usually do that kind of stuff on stream, but behind the scenes, I like flying those things. Oh, I thought that said big ass Fort Bliss. That's Biggs AAF, I guess. Air Force Base? I don't know what AAF stands for, but I thought when I first saw that, I thought that said big as fuck or big ass. Yeah. Yeah, I did that over the weekend. I was just laying in bed and I was playing, and I did that. I flew like over like Uganda and part of the Sahara, and I flew one of those. I forget what plane it was, but it was the one that has one engine in the back. It goes like 100 knots, and you can either land it in water or land. But it's a really cool looking. It's not like the Cub Crafter um, or like a Cessna. It was like I forget the name of it. But yeah, it was that was a cool little plane. It was real easy to start. It had one propeller in the back, and you could either take off and land. You can either take off in the water or on land. But yeah, I flew that thing real low over Africa. I didn't see any animals, but it might have just been that part of Africa I was flying over. Oh, there I go. Back scratching. Yep. Yeah, it's a white plane. That's right. Yeah, it's got a weird name to it, and it's got that white livery, and then it's got like a colorful kind of like a pink kind of livery as well to it. Yeah, it's a fun little airplane to fly. Man, this back scratcher, man, this thing is so awesome. Somebody was laughing about it the other day when because I started the stream and like I was making that relief sound of just like when you get an itch, when you get that itch scratch, that like it's like just total relief at that point. But yeah, this back scratcher, I bought this thing like 2 or 3 years ago, man. I got it from the Halloween store near where I live. It's a skeleton hand, but it's got like the fingertips are so like it's made out of metal, I think. But man, these things are awesome. It's like it's they're really like I don't know how to describe it. They're like really sharp, but like it won't cut your skin. Like if that makes sense. Like they're really pointy. And man, when you dig in to your skin, man, especially this part here where I can't reach. Oh my god, it's like having somebody with acrylic nails just going in and going to town, man. Just ain't nobody with acrylic nails standing behind me right now to get that scratch, so I got to get it myself. Man. Sometimes you just need your back scratch. Yep. Alright, let's go fast again. Oh, gotta replace that filter. Jesus. Oh shit. I almost went 4 times speed. Actually, I did go 4 times speed for a second, but I pulled it back. Let me get another filter. My last filter. So I buy more at the store. YouTube. That's not it. That's right, I can't use that tank anymore. Geek vape. Man, I wish I could still use this tank. But I damaged it beyond relief. Beyond repair, I damaged that tank. It fell one day and that was it. And it fell in such a part where it bent this thing in that releases the battery. on this mod here that I used to use, this Geek Faith one, right? No atomizer. So it fell and it landed somewhere on this bottom part, but it fell in such a way that it dented. It dented something here, like in this part here. But now that it dented it, I can't get this bottom part out, and I even had the shop try to get it where I bought it from. They couldn't get that shit either, so I'm kind of screwed now. Like that thing, so I wound up getting a new one, and the new one I got is complete shit. Like I hate it. But they had one in the pinch that I needed. Like, you know, they had something in a pinch, which is good because I needed to get something quick, and they were able to help me out. But it's always a but, right? But this new system, I don't know, it's just been burning through atomizers. Like I usually go through an atomizer like every 2 weeks, and lately I've been having to double that. Atomizer's the cotton part that goes that goes inside the actual glass part. That is the part that fires up the juice. Fires the juice up. Gotta find that. I know I got some other filters around here somewhere. I just don't know where the hell I put them at. Where did I put them bitches at? Not there. And I have one more left. Yep. 325. I don't know if that's better than 333 or not, but the opposite of 666. But yeah, keep your doors locked. Don't let them zombies and witches and shit in your house. Don't let them in. Don't give them sweet brains. Brains. I want your sweet brains. Yep. Parents tell kids a lot of shit that isn't true when they were growing up. That's the truth. That's what they tell you to keep you in bed. Oh, you don't want to get out of bed now. That's when all the zombies are out. You don't want to go outside at 3 in the morning. That's when That's why all the witches are out there scooping little kids up and turning them into lampshades. Guess I have it upstairs. What I'm looking for. I don't see it down here. Could have sworn though I replaced the atomizer down here last time, but maybe not. Oh, I do have it down here. At least I think I do. I think it's upstairs. That's a pretty hard box to miss. I got about 2 minutes till top of descent. Yep. You probably thought the zombies were what was bringing you all the presents. Like, man, what are y'all talking about? The zombies aren't bad. They're the ones that bring me the presents. All the zombies and all the witches, they're the ones that bring me all the good stuff. Now, this one's a little too powerful, but I'm going to use it. So I think the other ones are upstairs, and this one tastes like shit. This one I got to turn up a lot more. The wattage, this atomizer is actually a higher wattage than this tank actually goes to. This thing I need to do between 70 and 80. I'm sorry, between 80 and 90 watts. This atomizer and that box only goes up to 75. So I think those other ones are upstairs. I will use these other ones for a minute because these motherfuckers are expensive. Alright, looks like we get ready to descend. V path has showed up. Our 5600 is in magenta. Yep, man, those years as being a kid who just believed everything their parents told them. Almost everything. Those were some good years, that's for sure. Yep. That's for sure, my dude. I miss those years too myself, man. I miss living rent free. I wish I could go back to my high school years. Oh yeah, I forgot this plane does the throttle and everything automatically. That's right. I just got to sit back and monitor. Yeah. Fuck TikTok. TikTok can jump on my balls. I hate TikTok. That's what's wrong with these kids today. TikTok. TikTok. That's what the Chinese use to spy on everybody. TikTok. So many cables. Oh, hey, there's where it went. That's one thing I was looking for. Yeah, TikTok sucks. I guess it's good for a couple of things, but I ain't found what those things are yet. There's nothing on TikTok I really care about seeing. I do think it's funny when people do those TikTok trends and like and like they wind up like burning all their hair off or like gluing their eyes together. Like, oh yeah, I was supposed to like instead of using gel, I was supposed to use like super glue. So I put like all the super glue on my hair and then it dried and like then I had to go to the emergency room because it wouldn't come off. Like, oh my goodness. Like, here rests little Billy, victim of the latest TikTok trend. He thought it'd be fun to jump out of an airplane at 35,000 feet with no parachute, thinking that if he just did the perfect dive into the middle of the Pacific Ocean, that he would cut through the water like a hot knife through butter. That it wouldn't be like hitting concrete. Yep, little Billy's the latest victim. Good old dumbass Billy. We're not really going 0.3 Mach 0.3, are we really? This plane seems to go like really slow on descent. Like that's close to like our landing speed. Let me turn off FMS and auto throttle. And let's go a little faster. You know what? Fuck it. Who cares? Let's just leave it. FMS, who gives a fuck? Auto throttle. There we go. Yep, poor little Billy. Just another stupid motherfucker in the latest trends of TikTok. Thought he really could chew up a scorpion and he wouldn't get stung. Motherfucking TikTok trends. Them trends are dumb as shit. I especially like that one that I referred to earlier, the one where the girl put super glue on her hair. I remember seeing a YouTube video about that bitch. Put all that super glue in her hair, and then like had to go to the emergency room to get like surgery because she couldn't get rid of the super glue. I mean, like, what do they think? Because they're just doing a TikTok trend that like super glue's not gonna be like super glue? Like, really, Queen? Like, for real? You don't say. Like, super glue, the super glue knows that you're doing a TikTok trend. Super glue knows to not really be all super glue-ish. That's the super glue knows that it needs to back off a little bit for you. Yep. Oh yeah. TikTok's a whole new level of stupid. There's all kinds of levels of stupid with TikTok nowadays. All right, let's come over yonder to performance. Let's click on speed bugs. Let's do all on. And what do we have? Flaps at 145. Gear down at 110. All right. Let's go to charts. Chart selection. Sync. All right, and we got arrival. And let's go here, there, to everywhere. All right, approach, ILSZ, and we're coming in down here. And we're doing this DME arc. So we do need to get down to 5,000 feet is the capture point. That's not too bad. All right, well, let's keep on going. Yeah. Hey, I've kind of thought that. I mean, I do have two kids, and I don't think they would kill me. But you never put it past kids nowadays with TikTok trends. Thankfully, my kids are like my one kid will never be on TikTok ever. He actually hates TikTok, and yeah, he'll never be on TikTok. My daughter, on the other hand, I wouldn't put it past her to be on TikTok, but I don't really think she would kill me. But you never know. I just hope if she does that it's quick. Like I hope she hits the right artery, so I just bleed out like immediately. Like just make it quick. All right, we're not too far from our arrival, our aeroporto. Now it looks like we might be because we're at 17,000 feet, but the airport we're landing at is like 3,500 feet in the air. So I have turbulence on realistic. So I don't really know what that means versus what I used to have it on because all my settings reverted back to default when I did the latest update. So I don't know what it was on before, but Yeah. Yeah, that might be. I know there was some states here that were trying to get people's children taken away if the parents didn't want to like have that gender reaffirming surgery or decided to not like call the kids by the pronouns they wanted to be called. Fuck, I did it again. Another screenshot. Damn it. Yeah, I know they were talking about taking kids away and shit like that. I thought that was pretty funny, actually. That the government was trying to take kids away because the parents wouldn't change a girl to a boy or a boy to a girl by surgery. I'll respect, look, if a kid wants to change their sex when they're 18, go ahead. But before then, just it's up to the parents. Like if you want to, maybe 16, maybe. But look, at 18, if you want to cut your dick off at 18 or add some breasts, go ahead. Go ahead. Help yourself. Oh yeah, they do all that shit here, and I'm so glad I don't have young kids anymore. These school systems, man, like they are like just brainwashing, university brainwashing for kids nowadays. Here's that dotted line I was talking about earlier. So this dotted line here, that's for the localizer. If I was to switch this into localizer mode right now, it would be this dotted line would go from dotted line. It would turn green, solid green. So I'm not doing that because we're getting ready. We're in the middle of a DME arc. But if I was to do it, that's how it would. That's how it would look. But yeah, Roswell Airport's not too far from here. I think it's right over there. Yep, right there. I see it. It's right there. It's on my screen. Yeah, I try to stay out of talking about politics and shit like that on this channel because I try to play to both sides of the table. That way I don't eliminate half of a potential audience. But yeah, I mean, there's just some things that are just so fucking stupid. Like boys playing in girl sports and boys in America being able to use a girl's bathroom or a girl being able to use a boy's locker room. Like there's just some things like that just are just so stupid. A man can have a baby. It's not a man. If he's having a baby, it's not a man. He might identify as a man, but he ain't no man. Yeah, I hear you, man. That's all this like this woke bullshit really started like 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, and you know, my son never wanted any parts of it. Thankfully, my daughter still identifies as a girl. My niece, on the other hand, though, my niece goes by Finn and identifies as a boy. It's their choice. I respect it. I call him by that name, but yeah, man, I haven't really had to deal with that like on the home front, really. Yep. All right, what's the temperature? Yeah, we're still -4. All right, we can put on some landing lights because we're really like at 9,000 feet right now. Because our landing altitude is like 3,000 feet. So, and let me turn our altitude down a little bit. Turn that down to 3,000. I may wind up having to. Well, you know what? I guess I could switch this into localizer. Well, I'll do it in a little bit. I was going to switch this into localizer mode now, but I'm just going to have the flight management system continue to take us down. Now, when I landed here earlier today, I couldn't the descent angle wasn't correct, and I couldn't do an automatic like an ILS landing, like it wouldn't land itself. So we'll see if it lands itself today. I'm coming in on a different path though. The one I did earlier, I flew from Lubbock, Texas to here. So I came from east to west. Now I'm going from west to east, so maybe it'll be different. All right, we're almost at the top of our arc. You can also see this dotted line here is almost perpendicular. So that means we're almost at the point where we can turn. Because once we make that turn, you can see it says localizer 1. Once we make that turn, then we should start seeing this dotted line kind of line up with the rest of it itself. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's not all of America. It's just the people who watch the mainstream news, and I got to be careful what I say because I don't want to get banned either from YouTube. But it's like 30% of America. However, that 30% usually lives like in all the major cities and run all the media and propagandist channels. But yeah, it is crazy now that the Soviet Union's kind of like traditional America from the 50s and 60s and shit. And now it's like the roles are like backwards. But thank God for Russia, because if it wasn't for Russia, the New World Order may have already taken over. May have taken over everything, the World Economic Forum, and all the countries and guys that go to the Davos, groups and all that. Yeah, they push that Russia shit so hard in America that Russia's our enemy. Got to get Russia. Attack Russia. It's always Russia. Russia's not our enemy in America. It's China, the World Economic Forum, Dr. Evil, otherwise known as what's his name? This German guy who runs the Davos group. I forget his name now. I haven't had to talk about him in so long. It's been a long time since I've had to talk about him. Yeah, my warning's coming off pretty soon. I had to do a woke like quiz for YouTube, and had to agree that like the COVID shots actually worked, and COVID didn't come from a lab, and the media was right about everything about COVID. Like I had to do all these things that I knew are fake and false, but I had to agree to them anyways, and then they'll take the warning off my channel. I got a warning like a year ago because I talked about the COVID shots. All right, let's see what happens here. Peter Angelos agrees to sell the Baltimore Orioles for $1.7 billion. Well, maybe my home team, the Orioles, will be somewhere else next year because of that. All right, let's see what happens. Let's push approach. I don't think anything's going to happen, by the way. Oh, it says localizer and glide scope. Maybe this is one of the airplanes that'll do it. Yeah, see, we're not descending in time. We got to get down farther, guys. Let's do VS. That was the problem earlier today. I didn't get down in time. Okay, now we're okay there. Alright, let's switch FMS sources. There we go. Now let's click approach. Let's click approach again. There we go. Now we're on point. And let's get rid of auto throttle. I don't know if you listen to Justin Trudeau from China. I mean, Justin Trudeau from Canada. He thinks the world of China. Like, he thinks they're the shit. Like, every country should be like China. Justin Trudeau, by the way, there's some pretty good evidence that he's actually Castro's son. I don't know if it's true or not, but Hans. Fuck, let me look this up real quick. This is gonna bother me. Who's the Davos group leader? Group leader. I haven't had to talk about this guy so long now. I forgot his name now. Ah, Klaus Schwab. Yeah, Dr. Evil himself, man. Oh my god, that guy is so fucking evil. Alright, let's put down, we could almost put down our first set of flaps. Yeah, Klaus Schwab. Listen to, like, pull up a video of him from, like, TED Talks or World Economic Forum, and you tell me if he's not evil. Just like Bill Gates. Bill Gates, the head of Microsoft, said many years ago that we need to control the population through vaccinating people. Wow, flaps ice. I've never seen that before. Yeah, that's how they're trying to have it in America now. Like, they're trying to, you know, make it so, like, Obama, Biden, Clinton are, like, the families that run shit. Like, there's talks that Michelle Obama is going to be running for president. But we don't really have, and I got to be really careful how I word this. We don't, it seems to be that a lot of times in America, a lot of the results are predetermined. I guess that's the easiest way I can say it without getting myself banned. Well, I don't see how we have ice when it's 13 degrees outside. Microsoft, it's 14 degrees Celsius outside. Ice doesn't live in 14 degrees Celsius. Roswell, New Mexico. Home of the circles. Home of the aliens. Here and Area 51. Perfectly cut circles. You know what? One day, I'm gonna put this on my bucket list. I'm gonna go drive out west and go check out these circles myself. Yeah, I don't see how we have ice on the flaps, my man. I mean, it's 15 degrees Celsius outside. Oh yeah, I'll be all right. I'm not, I didn't say anything negative about the COVID shot or about the selections and elections in our country. So I'll be okay. But thank you, man. Yeah, I'll be careful. I don't want to get taken off for saying something that might be true just because it goes against the narrative. All right. Well, we are here. I got to go to the bathroom. I feel like shit, and I don't really want to complain. So I'm gonna end things here. But I'll be back tomorrow night for sure, 100%, and I'll be feeling better by then. Absolutely. And that's about it, my friends. I will see y'all tomorrow. Thank you, Grease, for hanging out the whole time, man. You are a trooper, man. That was awesome. Fun conversation. And be good. Hopefully, you don't get picked up by any witches or zombies, even though it's past 3:25 in the morning in Greece. But hopefully, you will be safe. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in to the latest episode of the All About Aviation channel.